Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sonic Music Releases, the series where I'm showing off some of the Sonic music releases in my collection, going over them and kind of telling you what they're all about. So, the first episode we did Sonic Adventure, second we did Sonic Adventure 2, so I figured why not cap that off with Sonic Heroes. After this, I'm not going to be going in any chronological order or any order at all, but I thought this would be a nice trilogy of episodes to kind of start the show out. So today we have 3 releases from Sonic Heroes. We have the vocal tracks, the original soundtrack, and the USA original soundtrack. Let's not waste any time and jump right into Sonic Heroes Triple Threat. This was released February 4th, 2004, exclusively in Japan, and it includes all the vocal tracks from Sonic Heroes, be it the actual theme for the game itself, the themes for each of the teams, and what I'm made of, but interestingly enough, if we turn it around, we can also see in this tiny print, it actually says that it includes all of the songs, all of the vocal songs from Sonic Adventure. So basically what that means is that it took all of the songs from Songs with Attitude, it just took this entire album and just stuck it right onto the back of all of the Heroes vocal songs. I don't know why they would do that, but it's really interesting. It's all the same versions of the songs from this exact CD. But yeah, it's really strange that they would do that, but again, it's really cool. No songs from SA2, just Heroes and Sonic Adventure. It's strange. So this was published by Wavemaster Entertainment because this is actually the game in which this takeover from Wavemaster took place. For Adventure and Adventure 2, it was Marvelous Entertainment, Pony Canyon, VAP, all external companies that Sega had to basically pay to distribute and publish their stuff, but then they just switched over to Wavemaster, which is their in-house company, so it's probably saved them a lot of money. But this was also distributed by Avex Distribution. This retailed for 2,625 Japanese yen, or roughly $23 at the time I'm recording this. So let's open it up and see what it looks like on the inside. So first of all, we have the disc, which is almost completely white. The only color, quote-unquote, comes from like this shiny silver bit of, not even the entire like emblem logo, just a part of it. I think it looks kind of cool though. But yeah, let's take a look at the obi. So this obi would sit on it like this. It's one that actually goes a little further than most obis do, and for both this and Complete Trinity, it had this on the obi right here, where it's basically saying like, I don't know what that, it's basically like an anti-piracy thing. I can't remember exactly what it's saying, but it's like, don't copy these fucking CDs. So then, we have Triple Threat on the bit that displays on the front. On the side, we have, the Japanese kanji, and then it looks like the only... Oh, wait, well, so we have something right here. I don't know if that's an advertisement or for something else, but we also have an advertisement for Sega Joy Police, which was, I think they're still around nowadays. I don't know if they will be any longer shortly, but this was right around the time when Sega Joy Police was, like, really popular, I think. I'm not actually entirely sure. Oh, yeah, and then we actually have something on the other side of the obi, which is this cool, like, blue, yellow, and red swirly effect. And I do not know what that is advertising. Camera is having a hard time focusing on that, but yeah, something that comes out in 2005. I'm not sure what that is talking about. So looking back at the disc, if we take it out, we have this, like, swooshy blur effect from red, yellow, and blue. The disc itself, I like this very clean design of the disc. It's very simple, but it's very, like, I don't know, it works really well. I like that on CD designs. I think it works well. So taking the booklet out, we have the liner notes right here, which are, oh look, what is this? Oh, this is talking about the anti-piracy of the thing or something. Oh yeah, look, it says respect our music right there. So this must be something talking about, oh, it says MP3 right there. So maybe that's like, don't rip it or something. Something that says Windows right here. If someone could kind of translate this or give me the general gist of what it's saying. I mean, I know it's against piracy, but besides that, then we have the liner notes right here, which are, you know, very basic, look almost identical to the ones I've shown last time. But yeah, right here we can see the tracks from Sonic Heroes, but then it also says bonus tracks from Sonic Adventure DX. Oh, that must be why they included tracks from Adventure, because DX had come out, you know, shortly before Heroes. Heroes was what, 2004? So, yeah, that must be why. I think it was 2004. So those two out of the way, looking at the actual booklet, we get some nice screenshots from, like, cutscenes and stuff. Right here, this is just the track list and production notes. Did I skip a page? Yes, I did. Ooh, that's a really cool image of the Heroes logo. Lyrics from Sonic Heroes, We Can, which was the Team Sonic theme, This Machine and Follow Me, images of all the team members. Then we get Team Chaotix. Ooh, and a really cool, like, Metal Sonic What I'm Made Of track. Or, lyrics, but the picture is really neat looking. Sonic Adventure DX tracks. This is all the lyrics to all the tracks from the Adventure music. It's time for some new heroes. Boy, do I agree. So this release, surprisingly, is still pretty common nowadays. I'd say it's worth $20 to $30. You can probably find it for even less if you check proxies and stuff. I got mine for 25 bucks, and I'm pretty sure I've seen one lower than that. If you love the music from Heroes, you'll have an easy time finding this. They're pretty common, and there is no bootleg, so if you find one, it's gonna be legit. Moving right along to Sonic Heroes Complete Trinity. This was released March 3rd, 2004, exclusively in Japan, just like its counterpart. If you're noticing a pattern, it's that the vocal soundtrack for a game tends to come before the original soundtrack. You know, sometimes it would only be weeks or months in between, but they usually like to put out the vocal soundtrack first for whatever reason. So this is pretty much the complete soundtrack of Sonic Heroes, all the level music and stuff. Something interesting to note, if we look on the back right here, we actually see that there's bonus tracks. One is the Emerald Challenge bonus stage extended version, but then we also have Casino Park original version and Bingo Highway remix. So Casino Park, I'm pretty sure that's like the demo before the actual song was finalized, and then there's just a Bingo Highway remix, which is pretty cool. We don't tend to see bonus tracks on these kinds of soundtracks very often, so it is cool to see those. Anyway, just like Triple Threat, it was published by Wavemaster Entertainment and distributed by Avex Distribution. It retailed for 3,200 Japanese yen, or roughly $28 by today's standards, at least. I'm always going to say this at the time I'm recording this video, because the yen could go up to like 0.95 of US dollar, and then it could drop to like 80. It goes all over the place. Anyway, let's dive right in and take a look at this. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, this is actually, I forgot this was a 2-disc soundtrack. Wow, that completely slipped my mind. But yeah, Disc A, they still refer to it as Disc A instead of Disc 1, is solid blue with the Heroes emblem and Complete Trinity on it. Turning it over, we have second disc, Disc B, as it were, which is completely white. It actually looks almost identical to the Triple Threat CD, except the emblem is shown in its entirety and, you know, styling is different. And then we have the tray, which is just cool picture of Sonic running. Wow, I just blew my own mind. I completely forgot this was a 2-disc soundtrack. And I was just looking at the info before recording this video. That's so weird. I guess I wasn't expecting to see the tourney thing. Oh, but yeah, I'd like to comment on that. Before we saw 2-disc soundtracks with Adventure and Adventure 2, but those were like 2 CD clamshell cases. This, as we can see, is just like a normal jewel case. But this is when we got introduced to like the pages of CDs where you could turn them and it would go like that. But anyway, let's take a look at the Obi. You can see that it has the exact same anti-piracy, do not copy kind of thing. Promoting something right here. I think that's just talking about how the CD is. Japanese kanji looks almost the exact same stylistically as Triple Threat did. And we can see here it's another OB that likes to cover some of the actual cover. That's why they printed it on the OB itself. See right here. So yeah, we already kind of looked at the back, but there's art of all the playable characters. So let's take a look at the booklet. So inside we get the exact same message talking about piracy, CD copying. Oh, it says right there, copy control CD. So maybe it's like you can't... I'm pretty sure you can rip these CDs, so I'm not really sure what that entails. If someone could tell me, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, opening the booklet, which isn't really a booklet, it's more of just a pamphlet. Cool little shot of the sky with some Japanese text. And this might just be talking about heroes in general, I'm not sure. But then when we open it further, we get this very long fold-out thing of heroes. You can see a lot of game screenshots along the top and bottom, and then production notes of each song, you know, composed by, written by, etc. So if you know where to look, this soundtrack in particular is still very affordable. I'd say it's worth anywhere from $25 to $40. I wouldn't really pay more. I think I got mine for around $32. But yeah, it's still kind of around retail for what it went for back in the day. However, there is a bootleg of this. There isn't a bootleg of Triple Threat, but there is one of this. At least there's not a cataloged one. There might be one somewhere out there. Anyway, the bootleg catalog number's on the screen. Just look out for it and always buy from trusted sellers. I believe this is still retail on places like Yes Asia, so if you want to get this, go ahead and head on over there, I guess. Okay, so that means we are now on to Sonic Heroes official soundtrack, which is another United States release. Fun fact, last video I talked about the Sonic Adventure 2 official soundtrack, which was released in America. We have this, or we have that and this soundtrack, and then that's where USA releases pretty much stopped. This isn't even done by the same company as that one. So I don't really know why they didn't continue going. You know, Shadow had some really good music, but I don't know, maybe popularity in Sonic felt maybe to Sega like it was dwindling? I'm not really sure. Yeah, after this, we see music releases pretty much stay in Japan only. Anyway, this was released November 9th, 2004, the same year as both of those, just later in the year. Like I said, in United States, and it was published by Geneon Entertainment USA, the only Sonic thing they ever put out. But yeah, much like Sonic Adventure 2 Official, released by Tokyo Pop, this is sort of a best of, if you will. It only contains 30 tracks compared to Trinity's 50. And 4 of them are the character themes from Triple Threat. So it's kind of like both of those in one, except not really all of that one. And it retailed for $14.98 USD, like $14.98. I don't know why it wasn't just $14.99 or $15, but whatever, it was Geneon's call. So opening it up, we can see, this looks very familiar. It's almost as if they took the disc of Triple Threat, if I can open Triple Threat, look at that, and just made it blue and got rid of the stars, which is kind of funny because, you know, the Sonic Adventure 2 United States release didn't look like either of the official Japanese releases, but it's kind of interesting. And we even have the same picture that was used on the tray of Complete Trinity. He really just reused assets for this, it looks like. I can't imagine the booklet being too extremely cool looking. Oh, there is some cool art though of each team. Right here, production notes, you know, Wavemaster, Geneon. Oh, it's interesting that they actually credit Wavemaster because this is a Geneon release in the United States, but they do still credit who put out the original soundtracks. That's kind of cool. Oh, some cool Team Sonic art. Lyrics for Sonic Heroes We Can and Follow Me. Lyrics for the rest of the songs. And production notes and track lists for everything else. Pretty bare bones booklet, but at least it gave us some cool art, unlike the Adventure 2 official release. So, much like the other two, this is still very affordable and pretty common. I'd say it's worth about $15 to $30 max. I wouldn't pay any more than $30 for this thing. I can't remember how much I got mine for, but it was not expensive, and for a while there was even a listing on eBay for this thing for $10. I didn't end up getting it, but I did message the seller like, would you take anything less? And he said he would take 8. So, you know, it's not on eBay all the time, but when it is, it doesn't really tend to go for that much. So just keep an eye on it, and you know, you can get this thing for pocket change, really. So to conclude this video, I'm sure some of you might have noticed I did not talk about the 20th anniversary edition of the Heroes soundtrack, but do not fret, I will be talking about that in another video. I'm going to do a video talking about all of the soundtracks that were 20th anniversary releases, meaning Heroes, SA2, SA1, CD, and History of Sonic Music as well. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Happy hunting if you're going for any 3 of these, because you can get them all for like under 75 bucks all together, and there are some releases that are worth exactly $75 individually. So, you know, if you're a fan of Sonic Heroes and you like the music, definitely go out and try to find these, because they're not worth that much. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.